So many flies. It's ridiculous. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Katie and welcome to Katie Does Travel. I am a solo female backpacker in her 30s, here to show that solo backpacking can be done no matter your age. If that sounds like something you would enjoy watching, please subscribe to my channel and follow me on my social media channels to follow my travels in real time. So if you've been watching, or if you watched my last vlog, I am here in Western Australia. I came back to Australia. I was here last year for 2 months along the East Coast and in Tasmania. But now I am actually starting my trip in Western Australia, and I just spent about the last week in Perth, just kind of acclimating, getting used to traveling again and just kind of settling into life in Australia. But I still have another 11 weeks to go, so we're really at the beginning of this trip. But as you can probably notice, I am in a vehicle. So I am actually currently at Pinnacles Desert Discovery Centre National Park, however, and I am on a road trip from Perth all the way up to Darwin. So that is a very, very long trip, but I have about 3 weeks, a little shy of 3 weeks, but about 3 weeks to get from Perth to Darwin. So it is a little after noon and I am at Pinnacles, which is about 2 hours outside of Perth. This morning I got the car. I'm in a Honda CR-V, which is kind of nice because honestly, I drive a Honda back at home, so while some certain things are different, I do know how to, like, the little, like, electronics of the car, I know how to deal with. So anyway, I'm just trying to get used to driving on the other side of the vehicle and on the other side of the road. But anyway, so I am in this vehicle. I'll be road tripping for the next 3.5 weeks, or 2.5 weeks. And I'm going to be doing multiple stops along the way, and I'm really excited to explore Western Australia and parts of the Northern Territory. So definitely you will want to stick around and watch that. This will probably be at least 3, if not 4 vlogs. We'll just see with the natural progression, the natural stop points and the vlogs. But anyway, if you can hear rain, it's because it's raining. But like I said, I'm at Pinnacles Desert Discovery Center, and they have a couple different options. The first is the Pinnacles Drive, which takes you on a little like drive around the desert to look at the pinnacles. And then there's also a walking trail, which I think I'm going to do that second, just hoping that the rain will let up a little bit. And then of course there's a gift shop and a toilet. So I'm going to spend about like an hour, maybe hour and a half here, and then head out. My first stop for tonight is to Geraldton. I'm staying at a caravan park there. But yeah, and then I will show you. I don't know if I mentioned, but I'll be sleeping and camping in this van, or not van, it's not a van. It's an SUV, but I will be car camping for a while. So it's either going to be great or it's going to be awful, but we will see. But I'll explain why a little bit later, why, or maybe tomorrow, why I decided to go with the SUV versus a van. But spoiler alert, it came down to costs and significant costs. So anyway, without further ado, I think I've rambled on long enough. Let's try to do the drive here. I will try to like record and take photos and everything. I was gonna fly my drone, but because it is raining, that's not gonna happen. But hopefully tomorrow will be better weather. But anyway, let's go drive around, and then hopefully we'll do a little bit of a walk and we will have fun here. So let's go. The Pinnacles Desert Discovery Center is located within the yellow sands of the Pinnacles Desert. And like I mentioned, it is 2 hours outside of Perth. So technically you could do it as a day trip, but I recommend just adding it on to your road trip if you are doing that.
There are two ways to see the mounds. The first is with the driving trail, which I did, and the second, which I also did, is a 1.6 kilometer walking trail loop. I do suggest doing both if you can, because you can get up really close and personal with the mounds on the walking trail, but again, you can kind of pop out of your car with the driving trail, so you can kind of do both. The center is part of the Kalbarri National Park, which is one of Western Australia's national parks. So you can pay, if you're only going to go here, you can pay for a single admission. But if you are going to multiple parks within your trip, I suggest purchasing the holiday pass. Depending on your length of time in Western Australia, the price will vary between 30 to 70 Australian dollars at the time that I am posting this. I got the 4-week pass for 70 Australian dollars, and it gives you unlimited access to all the parks in Western Australia.
Good morning. I know I look rough, but I woke up about like 45 minutes ago. But good morning. I survived my first night up camping in the car. I will definitely do a little car tour later. I had to get everything set in the dark last night, so it's not like 100% how I want it. But anyway, I slept on an air mattress. It definitely lost some air during the night, which I think was to be expected. But yeah, so today it is like almost 7:30. Today my plan is I just want to reorganize just a couple things in here, and then I'm going to go for a little run just to stretch my legs. And then I'm going to go back to the Kmart here in Geraldton. I'm at Geraldton Caravan Park, by the way. It's pretty nice, good place to stay. I'm just in an unpowered campsite. But anyway, I'm going to go back to Kmart just because like the window screens I got here aren't big enough. So I need like the extra large ones, which kind of sucks. I need to buy more. But anyway, I might see if these can fit on the front though. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna need to do that, and then I'm gonna try to go get a flu shot, which controversial, I know, but I got one last year when I was here, so we're gonna see. When I registered it, like maybe put an Australian address, so we'll see if I can get it. I didn't have a problem last year, but this is a different, I'm getting a Chemist Warehouse this year and not Priceline. But anyway, yeah, and then so gonna do that, and then right after that I want to head to Pink Lagoon, Hutt Lake Pink Lagoon, I think that's what it's called, and then make my way to Kalbarri. I think that's where I'm going. I think I'm going to Kalbarri National Park. I had to double check, but yeah, so I'm gonna be going there where I'll be staying for 2 nights. So anyway, that's the plan for today. I'll keep you posted. I'll have you come along, and then at least come along to the interesting parts. And yeah, so happy Friday, and let's have a good day. Up, I'm going to head to Kmart and then to Chemist Warehouse to get my flu shot, hopefully, and then I was gonna explore Geraldton a bit, but honestly I think I just want to hit the road because I want to get to the lake, because I want to have time there, and then maybe go to Kalbarri just for like a little bit. I really want to try to get to the campsite when it's still light out. So fingers crossed. But anyway, let's go do some errands and then let's hit the road. I was able to get the flu shot at Chemist Warehouse. I actually got it for free, which was kind of nice. It's some sort of government thing, and even visitors could get it for free. So anyway, then I just walked around Geraldton just for a little bit, and then I drove out to Hutt Lagoon Pink Lake. And it is a bit of a drive. It was a couple hours, but it wasn't too bad. It was pretty nice. You cannot miss the lake, but before I went to the lake, I actually just practiced using my drone for the first time at a nearby beach, so that's kind of what you're seeing here. But then the Pink Lake, you definitely cannot miss this.
You will probably see it on Instagram, which is actually where I first heard about it. But I will say it's not as pink as the photos on Instagram because most people set the saturation, myself included, super high. So just kind of know that. But it is free to visit, and the lake gets this pink color due to the algae that lives in the lake. Basically, it produces like a source of beta carotene like you find in carrots. And the pink hue depends on the time of day, cloud cover, and the season, but it is recommended to visit when the sun is high in the sky. So definitely make your way out there to visit. Okay, so I am done at the Pink Lake. It is indeed pink. I was a bit delayed getting here because I was like almost halfway here, and I look over and I realize little Ralphie wasn't here. So I actually text the old my Geraldton, the campground I was at last night, and they said that they found him. So I actually drove back to get this, and I don't regret it because he's my little mascot. And yeah, so anyway, I'll be putting him in a different spot tonight. But anyway, yeah, so that put me behind a bit by like an hour. So I think I'm just gonna end up going to the campground tonight, and then I'll just spend all day tomorrow in the national park in Kalbarri, because originally I was going to try to like go, but I just have a lot I gotta get done, and I just want to settle in with some daylight still. So it's about 45-50 minute drive, so I'm just gonna do that, and then yeah, I do some work and I have so many photos and stuff I have to get off my cameras, plural, GoPro, phone, Sony, and my drone, because I did fly the drone over the lake, and then also actually the shoreline too. I went to the shoreline first just to practice, but anyway, you probably already seen all that footage. But yeah, so anyway, it was a good day, and I'm not sure if I'm going to check in at the campsite. My hair looks wild, but I'm not sure if I'm going to check in at the campsite with you all. So this is the last time I see you. I'll see you tomorrow, but otherwise maybe you might see a couple clips of me setting up camp. But anyway, let's get to Kalbarri and settle in for the evening. The next morning, I headed out to Kalbarri National Park. So this is another park within the Western Australia National Parks. So if you have a parks pass, you can get in for free. Otherwise, you just have to pay for your, I would say free, quote unquote, but you don't have to pay for the day admission essentially. But the national park is known for its views and gorges and its hikes. So I decided on the Loop hike, which is 9 kilometers and brings you around the river and also nature's window, which offers a great view and a great photo op. The trail isn't super challenging in the beginning, but it is very, very, very hot. But when I think of, or before I went on this trip, when I thought of Western Australia, this is definitely what I imagined Australia, or this part of Australia, to look like. Good, if you can hear me, good morning from Kalbarri National Park. You can see I'm wearing a bug net because there's a lot of black flies, but I am here today hiking the Loop Trail, and it's about 8 to 9 kilometers long, and yeah, it takes you by nature's window, which is over there, which I already saw, but I'll see it again on the other side, or when I'm done. And you're supposed to be near the river, however, the river is dried up. So anyway, I'll take you along. We'll see how this hike goes. And yeah, we're gonna have a beautiful day. Minus the flies, but we're gonna have a beautiful day. Like I mentioned, I was doing the Loop Trail, and it was very hot, and there were so many black flies. So I feel like I should explain the flies a bit, because you will see them a lot in these road trip vlogs. So essentially, during certain times of year in Australia, there are these massive black flies, and For the most part, they don't bite. They're really just an annoyance, so it is suggested to get a bug net for around your face. Definitely highly recommend picking up one. But there are a ton of them when I was visiting, unfortunately. But I still have nightmares about them, honestly. But, you know, you just kind of take it with the territory. Okay, so I'm about halfway. I'm just taking a rest here for a little bit. Don't know how long I'll be able to take a rest because the flies are just attacking. But apparently it's supposed to get a lot more difficult. So fingers crossed I can get this done in like 2 hours. But yeah, I'm here down kind of like, I guess in the river. I'm like sitting underneath some of the caves, which are very cool. But yeah, the river's pretty much dried up. I don't know if it's always like this. I'm gonna guess it is, but I will look it up later and I'll put it on the screen. But anyway, it's really cool down here. Well, cool in the shade, temperature wise, hot out there, but cool to be down here, kind of like right up close and personal with the cave walls. But anyway, oh, that's my finger, hello. But anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna fill up my water and then continue to do the hike. Okay, so I found the trailhead or continuation of the trail. I'm just not sure if I should do it, just because it's definitely a little bit more technical. I'm gonna go a little bit, but then if I don't feel comfortable, I'm just gonna turn around, just because, you know, I don't want to do anything stupid out here. I'm by myself, and I haven't honestly seen anyone go this way. They've all turned around, so I'm just gonna go a little bit further and then I'll gauge how I feel. But it is pretty. I just, being alone kind of changes things. If I was with someone, it'd be fine, but yeah, I just have to be smart. So anyway, let's go explore just a little bit longer and then see how we feel. So I did ultimately decide not to do the full loop just from a safety perspective, but I did still enjoy what I did see. Then I was able to go over to the Kalbarri Skywalk, which offers a great view of the park off the platform, and it is a accessible way to see the views if you cannot do the hike. So I definitely recommend checking this out. I believe the Skywalk is only a few years old, so it is still relatively new, but it is a really great way to get some great photos and to see the view. It is like 2 o'clock. Let's see, 2:11. So I am done at the national park. I just went to IGA, which is a grocery store right over there. It's very expensive, but I just grabbed like a couple of things, like a lemon for dinner and just a couple of other odds and ends. But yeah, that was my time in Kalbarri National Park. I really enjoyed it, other than the flies, and I did end up turning around on the loop trail. There was something like in my head that was like, don't do it. Like it was like screaming at me to not do it. So yeah, I turned around. Maybe the signs that were a little bit like, I'm not gonna say like over dramatic, but some of the signs were like, do not do this if you don't have this much water and it's this time. Maybe it was getting in my head. But anyway, I am now going to just head back to the campsite and resettle in. I'm going to shower, and then I have a lot of work I got to do, so I'm going to try to do as much work as I can I'm going to try to do as much work as I possibly can. And I need to book my campsite for tomorrow because I haven't done that yet. But yeah, I'm not sure if the vlog is going to end here or if I'm going to end it tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I will decide that later. But anyway, I will see y'all back at camp. Maybe I'll do a little montage of me working and setting up camp. But anyway, yeah, man, it is a gorgeous view. I'm looking at, I'm not sure you can see, but the water. But anyway, heading back to campsite. I'm just rambling now. Goodbye. Hello, it is day
4 of this road trip. I think this is going to be the end of this first vlog. I think I'm going to do today and then I'm going to go to the next. But anyway, I am still here in Kalbarri, but I'm about to leave. I just gassed up at the well, you can't see it, but at the gas station. And today I'm headed over to Shell Beach and then Denham. I think that's where I'm staying tonight. I'll put the city here, but anyway, I'm gonna head to Shell Beach and just do some stops along the way. But yeah, it's gonna be about 3 hours and 20 minutes to Shell Beach, so it's gonna be a little bit of a drive. But yeah, I'm really excited. My goal is also tomorrow to go to Monkey Bay to see the dolphins, so we will see. But yeah, today is just gonna be kind of a boring day with a lot of driving initially, but it should still be fun. The weather is, well, you can't see that. Weather is beautiful. It is blue skies and it is perfect temperature. My car says 23 degrees Celsius, but it might be a little bit cooler than that. But anyway, let's hit the road. It's about 10 o'clock and let's have a good day.
So on this day, it was a lot of driving, but I did end up driving to Shell Beach, and I'll explain it a little bit here shortly, more what makes this beach really kind of different than others. But it is a beautiful beach. This was actually recommended to me by a friend who was kind of helping me a little bit in getting my itinerary together for this road trip. So you know who you are if you do watch this, so thank you. But Shell Beach, basically this quote-unquote sand is actually made up of these tiny little shells. And I have to say, this is the beach for me because I am not a beach person because I hate sand. But this was a gorgeous beach and I could definitely see myself going to Shell beaches more often. But there aren't a ton in the world. There's only a few in the entire world that are like this. So now it's kind of my mission to go to all of them. So I am here at Shell Beach, which is on Australia's western shore in Western Australia. It is a very cool beach because the sand is actually made of shells, and the water is some of the saltiest in the world because there's a protective barrier. I believe it's made of sand and like seagrass or something, but essentially it leads to the water being very salty, which means that's a very diverse biosphere in terms of like animals and such that can live here, including the black flies. But anyway, it's just a really nice place just to stop. I drove for about 3 hours and I'm just gonna chill here for just a little bit longer and then continue to make my way to my camper ground. But it's like 1:45. I got here at 1, so I've been here about 45 minutes, but I flew around my drone a bit and took some photos and such. But yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy and then head back out. But definitely recommend stopping here because it is really cool to see all the shells instead of the sand. I think this is one of the only complete I think this is one of the only places in the world where the quote-unquote sand is actually made of all these shells. So it's pretty cool. And there's not a ton of people here either, which is really nice. So anyway, that's gonna be it for now, but yeah. Went to the grocery store and I'm headed back to my camp. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry, I'm out of breath going uphill. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video
please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe if you're not already. You can also follow me on my social media platforms. They are here on the screen. But for now, I will catch you all in the next video where I will be headed to, well, be going to Monkey Mia hopefully in the morning, and then Carnarvon, and then we'll see where else I head to. But thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember to wander far and wander often. Bye!